In this video, I'll be talking about PlantUML. PlantUML is an open source tool to create diagrams. UML diagrams, mind map, flowchart, sequence diagram, etc. can be created using PlantUML. You can create a wide variety of diagrams using PlantUML. Now, the benefit of creating diagram using PlantUML is it uses a domain-specific language to define components and interactions. Diagrams are created by specifying text in a notepad or like a text-based editor. Diagrams are made version controllable, so you exactly know who made the change, when did they made the change. So all this can be tracked. You have an output to you have an option to output the diagrams in png, svg, and other formats. It is basically useful for visualizing diagrams like the software architecture, use cases, etc. You write the code instead of drag and drop. So instead of drawing the diagram using drag and drop mechanism, you just write the simple piece of code in the form of text. PlantUML can be integrated with varieties of other tools as well. So it has got that extensibility and extension capability. Now, what are the typical diagram you draw using PlantUML? This is just a simple list. There are many diagrams which you can create with PlantUML. So some of the diagrams are listed here, like the use case diagram, class diagram, object diagram, activity diagram, component diagram, sequence diagram, state diagram, timing diagram, deployment diagram, flowchart, etc. Now, this is how the typical UML code looks like. So you just specify a start UML tag, and at the end, you have end UML tag, which is not there in the screenshot. And then you specify some keywords like title, you specify some keyword like actor, participant, and then with the help of arrow notation, you specify that relationship between the actor or participants. So I'm going to go through this with a very simple example. Now, this code looks complicated, but then as you understand the simplicity of this particular plant UML code logic, you will be able to generate any kind of diagram. And there are some styling element, like you have something called as a skin or skin pattern. So you can specify that simple styling to the code. Now, this is the diagram which I generated using the plant UML. Now, as you see over here, these are like the actors which takes part in this particular diagram. These are the participants. And then there are some relationships. So it actually shows you that time-based mechanism in this kind of diagram. It can be a sequence diagram, it can be an interaction diagram. You can even create a class diagram. And this has got a handwriting like look and feel, right? So this is what I have programmed it to work as. Now let's jump into the demo. Now, I'll just start with a very simple diagram over here. Now, before I go into the UML part of the diagram, I would advise you to install Java within your environment. Then what did I do is like I opened VS Code, and if you navigate to the extension, you just search for plant UML. So you will see this plant UML, rich plant UML support for VS Code. So basically, you will be able to uh, render the diagram. Now, there are multiple steps. You can navigate to GitHub and download an application of PlantUML, or you can just use VS Code and then use this PlantUML extension. Now, when you download it from GitHub, you're actually running that server. But with VS Code, you're just using, you're just making help of this, taking help of this extension. Now, I have this folder open. So this is like I played around with different UML file. So These are like the simple samples which I'm going to cover in the series of video. But to start with, what you can do is like you can start with a simple file. So I'll just click on new file, and I'll call this as December 2025. And there are multiple extension. You call it as PlantUML, or I'll just for short form I'll say .puml. So December 2025 .puml is the file name. Now you start writing code over here, and if you do a right click, there are other options which are available at your disposal, like the export current diagram, preview current diagram, generate URLs, export current file diagram. Now, generate URL will basically generate a plant UML URL for you, so that you can view it online. But I haven't installed any server, so this is of no use to us. The only thing which is useful to me is export current diagram or preview current diagram, which we are gonna explore. Now, let me maximize it a bit. Now, to start with, the syntax is at the rate start UML. So either you start writing at the rate start UML, or you just type in start UML, and then IntelliSense will pick that up. Just tab it out, and then you get the start UML. And then like that, I just type in end UML, and it has got this end UML. So this is my simple plant UML diagram. Now, as you see the squiggly line over here, it says diagram is unnamed. Try putting some name. So I'll call this as say maybe December as a name. So this is my simple UML diagram. If I do a right click, I say preview current diagram. This is how the diagram will look like. So there's nothing in it. Okay, so it will not show you any specific content over here. Now, let's start with a simple stuff. So I'll call this as say maybe title. So I'll just type in title, title, and this is the title of this diagram. I'll say preview, and it has given me the title. So this is the title of the diagram. Now to start with, I will maybe I can put whatever name I want. I'll just say sequence diagram, and here I'll start with a simple component. So I'll call this as, maybe I'll just call it as Girish, and I'll put an arrow, and I'll put another object Mary, and I'll just say hello Mary, how are you? And if you see here, it has generated the sequence diagram. Hello Mary, how are you? Now if I do the reverse, say Mary speaks to me about it. So Mary Girish, I'm good, thank you. So this is how the interaction happens, right? Now I can extend this further. I can say Girish to John, hey John, are you coming to the meeting? And as you see over here, it has generated these kind of a sequence diagram. Now, usually in a sequence diagram, if you want to be a stricter, uh, follow some strict rules, you see this bottom Girish Mary John, and you see at the top Girish Mary John. You may not want this part to appear. Yes, there are different ways through which you can make that disappear. So there is something called as a skin param. So if I just say skin param style, and I'm going to use a strict UML. So if I use a strict UML, it will follow all the strict UML convention. Now, as you see that the bottom boxes disappear. Now, Girish to Mary, you have put this arrow. Okay. Now, there are different syntaxes. Like say, if I just say Mary to Girish, now instead of Mary to Girish, I just put one dash, Mary to Girish, Mary to Girish. And now you should see a solid line from Mary to Girish. So solid line is hyphen and arrow, and if you put two dash and arrow, this is like the dotted line. So that's the difference. Okay, so like that there are many subtle differences. Now, in order to add a note, so take for example, if I want to add some note, so I'll just say note, and I want to add to the right of Girish an end note. So if I write this particular syntax, you will see a note available to the right of Girish. I can even put it to the left of Girish. So this is that note which has come over here. Now, this is a simple example on how you can build a plant UML. Now, in the upcoming series, I'm gonna go into much deeper uh, discussion around how to write different syntax, how to generate different uh, component. Like there are things which you can generate. So, like if you see the mindmap.puml, now if you want to see what are the capability of this particular uh, syntax, like you can generate a mind map, you can generate a work breakdown structure. So if you see this work breakdown structure, and if I preview this diagram, you can generate a work breakdown structure. Even you can generate a Gantt chart out of it. So this is a simple example of Gantt chart. So you can even generate a Gantt chart. Now I think this Gantt chart has some error. Let's go into the colors. So you can even actually see what are the different colors that are supported within this particular uh, plant UML. And then there are other plant UML based syntaxes. So I'm going to slowly cover that. And then you can even also use an icon. So as you see over here, I have used a icon by putting it in angle bracket, and then it has generated a couple of icons over here. So you see the heart icon. So that's it, folks. This is how the UML diagram is created using plant UML. There is a specific syntax which you can type in a text editor, and then it will start generating the preview out of it. In the upcoming videos, I'll be going into much more depth on creating a plant UML diagram. So as you see over here, this is like a bit complex diagram, and there are various syntax which you can follow to generate these sort of diagram.